Welcome to the moment of truth. Someone left me this message and I promise to share it with all of you because this person shared my view and I want to believe he's an educated person, an exposed person, and a civilized person, and this person knows what he was talking about. And I want you to listen attentively as I read on. Thanks for your resilience. I read several comments which surprised me. Number one, someone close to Wigwe was shocked that the banker traveled with his wife as he used to travel alone. Yes, he used to travel with Ike. He never traveled with his wife and his son. And you remember the case of the Anonymous. They said they sent him a message that they wanted to take him out. And they gave them instruction to take him out with his family. How did they allow that to escape his mind? It baffles me if he actually got the message. So let me read on. And that's why his friend was lamenting. And let me go to number 2. The banker's wife didn't want to travel in the bad weather. Did you hear that? And you remember in one of Wigwe's interview, he said his wife is his best friend, his confidant, supporters, advisors, and from what he said in that video, he loves his wife and she's someone that he listened to. And she was a lawyer. So I'm going somewhere. Just stay with me. So number 3, the banker was negotiating to buy an American football club. He really likes the sport. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's why we believe that they lured him into where he went. Because all the circumstances that surround it does not make any sense for for someone that has common sense to travel that night. No, it was the big people, the professional assassin that behaved that way. So I don't know why his own intelligence didn't know all this, and I don't know why his own advisor did not know this. It baffles me. It baffles me. And that's why his friend was saying that if Albert want to do something, once he puts his mind to it, he believes it is possible. And that's one of the weapons they used against him. Even his wife was telling him that the weather was bad. What could have made the woman to succumb? She could have said, okay, you can go alone. I'm not going. It's good to disagree sometimes. But once they cook something, only God can save the person from all these professional assassins. They know their job. And when they do the job, they will do it clean job. They must have given him an offer that he could not reject. And that offer, they will give him a time. I'm telling you all these things because I'm talking from experience. And they will give him a time frame. How do I put it? Not time frame. No. They will put time around it, conditions around it. That if we don't meet this thing, that offer will be taken off the table. It's better to let go sometimes, my people. It is better. I can do. It's only God that can do. Don't run too faster than yourself. Than your leg can carry you. And that's why I've been shouting, screaming to all our gospel artists, the places they are going now is very scary. And their parents are there. They will not tell them. And they buy cars. He buy car for his parents. He bought this for his girlfriend. All of them will be jumping. You better talk to them. That's how they lure people into their pie. Because I see no reason. The weather was bad. The pilots were not competent. They were too young. Wigwe will he have employed those boys to be his driver. His driver is back home. Inexperienced boys. Would you have allowed 22 and 25 years old that just passed their driving test to drive you from Lagos to Abuja? Am I making sense, my people? This anxiousness, the condition they gave him and everything, and he did not think. Anyway, let's go on. And again, for an American to allow any African to buy their football club, even in the UK, no, they will not allow it. They will not allow it. So they gave him this option that was unbelievable. And because he wants to hold the whole world, you cannot hold the whole world, though. You cannot, my people. Let's learn from this. They had left Nigeria in his jet. Yes, they packed his jet in they left Nigeria in his jet. They stopped in London to pick up their son. Poor boy. To pick up their son. Then, but couldn't find parking for it, and so had to book the helicopter. So where they were going, I think they said they parked in there. I've read that in the Assassin in the Assassin, in the one that I titled Assassin. Please go and check it out. His friend really lamented in that video, in that write-up. So they should have traveled straight away to where he was going to watch the football or the appointment, but they know how they will do all these things. They let them know that they were traveling by jet, and make sure there's no parking, just for their own mission to be accomplished. These people, they are professionals. They will hack everything, all his conversation, everything. Even if he didn't tell them, they will hack him. They will hack everything. So there was nowhere to park their jets. So they have to hire helicopter to take him to where he went to meet his death. The helicopter, whoever that booked the helicopter, they were saying it was BA that booked the helicopter. I do not know. Because the helicopter company, Obic is not telling us who booked the helicopter. That's another dodgy thing that I don't understand. And they still allowed Obic to be trading, even when the investigation is still ongoing. That one too, I do not understand why it's like that. Could it have been the reason why the wife followed? Because the wife was a lawyer. She will draw up the agreement, do all the paperwork and everything. Would that even be the reason why he invited the other guy? What's his name now? Why is his name? Because that guy was a big guy as well. Their friend, just come with me and come and see this. Let's look at it together. And all that. That's why the friend too followed. So the PA booked it allegedly, yes, and prefer to take the road. No. The PA booked, I'm not sure. But the PA, according to the PA's explanation, there were no room in the helicopter to carry all their luggages. because they were coming from London. Yeah, Mr. Abimbola that joined them. So they were coming from London. So there were no room in the helicopter. I've used the helicopter before. All of you knows this because I've done a video about it. So they now hire a car that will take all their luggages. But then they were being worried who will follow the luggage, and the PA volunteer to follow the luggage. If he had said no, because the name of the PA was on the shopper list. So if Wigwe said no, don't worry, the load will get there. We will get there. Nothing will wrong with our load. The PA wouldn't have gotten any opportunity. He too will have been dead now. So only that one I have to put a question mark and put my own knowledge about that one. He didn't choose to go by road, only God. And if all of them, if they must even go, and all of them go by road, they will still meet up with the match. So that means he wasn't going for the match alone. He was going to meet some people because they died Friday. It was Sunday. So it was only, I think, 6 hours. It's not even up to 6 hours flight. Anyway, let me read on. The setup was elaborate. Yes, we believe that. The shopper people shouldn't have leased it in that weather. Yes, even one of the senior brigade or whatever, he said no, it's not done. It's not right for anyone to approve for that chopper to fly in that weather. They just wasted those 6 people because they needed one person. Only Wigwe and his family they needed, and in the process, other 3 people went for it. So that's just the plan of these people. And a drone was used allegedly. Oh my God, a drone. Jesus. This person has actually got it from the Black Americans channel, because they are Black Americans. They too, they were digging deep, and they want to know what happened to our people. It was linked politically as well as being a Super Bowl thingy. Celebration might have been for several fishy reasons. Yes, someone said it. And I'm going to put it there. I'm going to read that once I finish this. That celebration don't look real. It does not look real. It doesn't make sense. Even for Tony to be there. Tony is in the set of Wigwe's carcass. Anyway, life is spiritual. Like you always admonish us. It is time to know God personally. This person is now referring to me. Please, my people, know God for yourself. Don't run too much so you can run forever. Know God for yourself. Wigwe will have consulted all his backup, because all these people, they don't just travel. They have backups. That's why he was so confident, and they all betray him. It is strange a church like RCCG has no prophet, no, or believers who walk in spiritual gifts, no. Such an incident took a whole church by surprise. Make it make sense. No, it didn't take them by surprise. So, it didn't take them by surprise, because what they were even saying, it shows that it didn't take them by surprise. This one says that, let me read it. Tony Rigbo, he hears from God once in a while. So who is he really hearing from most of the time, with all his murderous spirits of hate envy, jealousy, and callousness. No fruit of the spirit in him. This person is referring to Adeboye. Adeboye, you don't mess up with Pastor Adeboye. Hey. This person says, this person wrote, the way Tony Elumelu and the pastime's wife were dancing. Pastime's wife. This person means pastor's wife, but he doesn't want to give them that title anymore. We're dancing. Christians must learn that church is a business and study their Bible. Hosea 6:4. My people perish because they lack knowledge. It's the lack of knowledge that kills people. And we could see with what happens to Wigwe. This person wrote, thank you, sis. I'm not your sis, so the more you talk about Adeboye and RCCG, the more I fall in love with RCCG, because people don't speak against counterfeit, but against original. Jesus, thank you, the God of Adeboye and RCCG. Can you imagine? Are these people human? Are these people human? See the way this one is talking. Anyway, let me read another one. This one too say, thank you, Tony, for this excellent video. We all know that the work materials and product outputs of these factories, yes, they call them factories, called Pentecostal churches, are the people attending them. It is the only business where the customers pay the seller, their daddy Gio, their mommy Gio in the Lord, and get zero products of service. God is within us and has absolutely nothing to do with these gambling cards where you hand over your hard-earned cash for empty promises. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge, oh, RCCG. They done this one. Yeah. Regarding the SPV incorporated for the Trinity Towers, the Luyomade just followed the Adeboyes. The RCCG funded by Pa Akindayomi is still intact, but the schools, universities, camp belong to the Christ, the Redeemer ministry, owned by the Adeboyes. You heard this? Some people come. They want to fight. They say, what are you talking about? They started raining curses. This is evil. This is hearsay. This person worked there. Hey. And another person wrote, I understand the cost of Super Bowl suit tickets for 4 to 6 people is well in excess of $2.5 million US for one game. And 1,500 Lagosians shall be fed 1 meal every 4 months, courtesy of Sanwo-Olu. This one meant Sanwo-Olu for Grenada Entrepreneur. You can't make it up. Tony the Rock. Thank you very much. I'm not making it up. People try to undermine my video because it's too loaded for them. It is too loaded. So they just want to say, she's lying. Everything I said, after I've said it, posted it, about 5 to 10 bloggers have blogged it as well. They went and do their own research and they say, yes, it's something we too can contribute to. I don't lie, I don't lie. So I do my analysis and I know what I'm talking about. About all these people, professional assassin, there's this one guy in Peckham. His name was Kiladejo. I don't know whether he's still alive today. He entered into business, this horrible business. This was in 1990. Yes, 1990, 1991. So with the Jamaican people, hey, so he gave them stories. He didn't give them their own share or money or anything. You know what they did? They were nice to him. They didn't bother with him. They didn't even let him suspect anything. They said, that's fine. That's business. He went wrong sometimes. Okay. Few days later or a week later or 2 weeks later, I don't know. They now called him again for another business. And they gave him good offer that he cannot reject. He run there to meet with them in Brixton. What I'm telling you, if you know Kilade John in Peckham in 1991, go and check it out if he's still alive. His wife was pregnant with their second child at the time. So they took him to one flat in Brixton. When they went in there, the friendly people, they turned monster. They beat nonsense out of this guy. Nonsense. Only God saved him that. It was in the UK. If they kill him, there's nowhere they will dump his body. So they will be in trouble. So he was half dead. They now pilot him to his car. They said he got to his car. He couldn't see to open his door. And he said to them that he can't see, he can't open the door. They started beating him there again. That's what I'm saying. From there, people rescued them. His wife gave birth to their baby when they told the wife what happened to the husband. So these people, business gone wrong, I know how they operate. So once you want to enter into any business and the offer is just too unbelievable, my people, just say thank you. Thank you, my people, for listening. I hope you learned something. I see you on my next video. Bye for now.